Okay. Sorry. I was planning on streaming earlier than this, but I was eating some ramen for lunch, and I ended up spilling the bowl. I mean, there wasn't too much ramen left in it. I was just carrying it over to put the rest, like, in the garbage, because it was just, like, broth and some little strands of ramen left. So I was going over to put it in the garbage, and then I spilt it all over the floor. So I did have to clean it up. That's why stream is starting a bit later than usual, but yeah. Big slop, big flop, all in the words of Moblin. I don't know if that's original from him or not, but you know what? We're gonna say it is. The worst case in the Ace Attorney. That's what this case is. December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Also, I will have to let in my dog in a second. I'm sure she'll come jumping at the door soon enough, because she's outside right now. Okay, here's freak number 1. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. Hello, Bonnie. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Yep. Hopefully not. I mean, I'm sure the marriage will come up again, but hopefully that's it. There's no other pedophilic stuff happening. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really? No one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. I guess Phoenix wants to fly into the courtroom. December 29th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh, and there's one coming. And now the case of one... Oh, okay. What? You wanna get on with it? Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. Sounds more friendly. I have to agree with the judge on this one. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I mean, I won the case last time, so... I mean, I don't particularly want to win the case this time. Like, I would gladly let Von Karma win this time, but, you know, can't have Phoenix go on and lose his winning streak. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Okay, so now she's in denial. Also, I wonder if, like, if there's been cases that Phoenix has taken, and then, like, we, the player, just don't play them because he loses. And, like, maybe he doesn't actually have a winning case. We just only ever played the cases that he does actually win. I don't know. It did not count! Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Comma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Comma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it will bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap this up. Wrap this waste of time. Wrap up this waste of time. Oh my god. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Comma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up there. Now! She's real angry. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I'd like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow has fallen until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up at around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accept this into evidence. Wait. Is that proper English? Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Details of the events. Okay, night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about an inch and a half was on the ground. Snow froze in place and stayed on the ground up until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. Eh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Reginald the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course, the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Egypt the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. It's a monkey. What is he gonna do? Oh no! That animal stole my oh my god. My watch! Arrest it! Arrest the monkey! The practice session broke up at around 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Reginald was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to his front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? Seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Reginald's hand in marriage. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? The victim was found bent over a wooden box dead as a doornail. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Okay. About the contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Found inside the wooden box, the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Yeah, that is quite strange. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. There wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe with this time. He gave us the facts as we saw them. Wait, did I forget to press? I think I forgot to press. I didn't say anything, but that's why you're the lawyer, not the medium. Yep, that is correct, Maya. Okay, let me press. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something that the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought... Okay. My bad. Didn't mean to skip Maya's dialogue there. Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Eh? I'm not even off the stand yet. Okay, gotta let... Oh my god. Gotta let my dog in. Luckily, my back door is right next to my computer, so... Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Comer, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. Okay, so freak number 2. She wants to be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. Maybe. Yep, okay, there he is. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Trilo Keast. I'm employed as an operator tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was Mr. Benjamin Woodman, the ventriloquist. That row must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. Me. The word of the law. Exciting and daring. Guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? Had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying things that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about the... Ow! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out who the witness is. Now, let's proceed. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you went with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the murder? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? He was absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. I mean, yeah, but he could have just dressed up as Max. Like, it's not that far out to say that. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Okay. Yep, because, you know, it's just like in the Steel Samurai again, where someone dressed up as the Steel Samurai. But no, they're acting like that couldn't have possibly happened. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left this tent with the stooge and the clown. The clown? You talk about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fout. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way of kneeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Why the plaza's entrance? To do something, of course. Oh no, to do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Oh, I forgot to press again. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Oh, thank you, Maya. That's really helpful advice. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? You saw Max and only Max? White Twiler? That's right. That makes him the killer. There's only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Yeah, there's no proof that it was Max. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do you? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. Dude, what? It's literally that it could just be something else. Somebody else wearing Max's clothes. Are these guys all brain dense? Alright, I'm skipping past this dialogue. Ben only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. White? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? Russell Belly? Probably. That's the victim. That's correct. If Charlie was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ah! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Ah, I see. It seems that at this stage, I have no reason to doubt that this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Charlie wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Once practice over... Oh, wait. Oh, that's everything? Did I press this? I don't remember. On what time did the police arrive at the scene? Suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time is it? Huh? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m. I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone? What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories. But, this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Max? It is Max. Don't hold your tongue, Ben. It's your job to answer all the stupid questions. I'm sorry, Trilo. I've got to find a way to get more information out of this witness. Oh, wait. Oh, I lost a life. Oh, jeez. Think about it some more, Nick. I'm sure you'll come up with something. Charlie wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is... Okay, yep, we've already read this. Alright. Obviously, there's... Oh my god. There's someone else that he was waiting for besides from Max. Alright, they're gonna skip this dialogue. I hate just looking at this guy. Just send him away to prison already, please. Alright, who was he waiting for that night? Oh, was he waiting for Regina? That's probably it. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. What? You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Eh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way over to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. Ow! There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Bane! Don't volunteer things! Mr. Keast, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was! I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? Please tell me they're gonna send this guy to prison now. What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge! I mean, look at your horrible outfit! More pain! Why is he just saying pain and more pain every time he gets hit? You know what, Von Comet? Keep ripping this guy, please. He deserves it. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now I have to waste time getting to the bottom of this silly proposal by a puppet. About the proposal. Don't be surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. You were going to propose. You, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. What? Okay, hold on. Maybe it's just the judge doesn't know her age. Yep, maybe the judge just thinks like, oh, she's also 30, obviously, because a 31-year-old man would definitely not want to marry a 16-year-old and then outright say it out loud in court. Yep, that's totally why the judge would say something like that. The judge definitely isn't a PDF file either. Nope, totally not. He just... okay, how old is the judge? Okay, we don't know. Yeah, we're gonna assume that the judge just thought that, you know, she's like 30 years old, and in which case it would be fine. It would still be kind of weird because he's probably like 60, but it would still be legal technically. Okay, exactly. His Honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? About the proposal. Don't be surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. I got something to give her. What was it exactly that you plan on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're going to die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. I could just say pain equals bad and stop talking. But no, we must push on and prevail. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic movement. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Plan on giving it an engagement ring to Regina. Wait, can I press on this again? Or is it just gonna be the same dialogue? An engagement ring? Uh-huh! It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it! It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, it's gotta be something I can catch him on. I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question. You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry. Really. You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his word block in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present? In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily. Wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck. The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. Maybe. Don't be so surprised. Okay, I probably need to present something then. Let's see, what can I... Oh wait, can I... Is this the ring? Oh yeah, a cheap ring from an eerie sparkle from T to R is engraved on it. T as in Trilo. And... Why did it do that? Wait. Oh! I didn't know that you can move through the evidence with the arrow keys on the keyboard. I accidentally put my arm on the right arrow key and started moving through the evidence. From T to R is engraved on it. It's a cheap ring. Oh! So I've still got it in my pocket, but it's actually right here. Okay. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Ah! What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Keast, I would prefer if you avoid slandering innocent fiat in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then, Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. I just look at Trilo's shocked face. What about when you walked past the defendant? What, correct? No, right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Okay. Ooh. Ah! Oh, yo! Oh! Ah! He's getting beaten up. Ben! What's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilo Keast. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching money monkey. Oh, no, monkey money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What could that possibly be? Ben's testimony has a flaw. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of this all, Mr. White? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get the dog face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. Ha! I've told you so many times, you'd think you know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it'll change some more. Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Witnessing Max. I'll give you what I was waiting for that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactic on the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him? How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose, 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. White, please proceed with your cross-examination. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. So you're only concerned for waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think someone would have slipped by me? 4 eyes isn't awfully a lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yeah, but he doesn't actually have 4 eyes. The dummy isn't real. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in Plaza that night. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night? Of course, that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent that entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Yo, I'm no good at... It was 10:10 p.m. Ah, yes, that sounds about right. Sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. I said a good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Keast, I'd prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Trilo's evening greeting? I guess? Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as someone somewhat strange. Ah, yes, that is true. So cut, cloak, white roses. Those are the three points of Maximilian Galactica's outfit. Also, hello, games. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be a cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand. Ow, that hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips stop flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Tyler would ever say something nice to Max. How do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you said? I told you already. Jeez, I am 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask it again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now. So cat, cloak, white roses. Well, even Maya's saying it. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All I can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that would prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna press again to when he said good evening. Because maybe it was... Because wasn't there another thing that I could have chosen? Yeah, Ben's half of the comedy act. I'll choose that. And see what happens. I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro was to review your work, he would— Ow! You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get yourself so wrapped up, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should know better. Ow! Ow! That hurts! That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. Okay, yep, that had nothing to do with evidence. That was literally Phoenix just simply stating that Ben's comedy isn't that great. Okay. Okay. So, let's look at the evidence. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. And he said that he saw Max at 10:10. Okay, that checks out then. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. Okay, wait. What am I supposed to present here? Is there something wrong with this? I don't think so, right? Can I look at the... No, I can't look at the... I can't open up the autopsy report. Well, let's look at this map. Alright, so he was like there, I think. Saw them. That doesn't really help. The 3 points. Silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Why does a paralyzed dude live on the 3rd floor of a building? What do you mean? Oh, is it like a... Are you telling a joke? What? If you are telling a joke, then I don't know why. Let's look at the crime photo. Yeah, okay, that doesn't help us out very much either. Now, I don't think there wasn't anything I could press that would help me out here. I'm pretty sure I have to present something. Wait, Games. Was the paralyzed guy living on a 3rd floor supposed to be like a hint that you were giving me? No? Oh, okay. I don't think you've met the dude yet. Oh, okay. I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to present. I'm sure like it's something to do with this. Because he keeps saying there's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols, but I mean, like, he could have. I don't. I'm thinking, because, like, maybe because Mo wears similar clothing, he thought it was Mo, but, like, Mo isn't wearing the cloak. And his hat is like a beanie. And really the only thing is like this thing, which I guess might be seen as white. I don't know. I don't think that it's not Mo. It's 100% not Mo. It's been like 3 months since I beat this. I also have no clue what I gotta do. Wait, I think I just remembered. Oh. Well, games. What do you think? I need your help, please. So Cat? I need to present to So Cat? If you say so. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Okay. Nope, that wasn't it. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Never mind. It's okay, games. Fortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. White. Must be on the wrong track. Can I just present Max? Nope, okay. Jeez, I'm losing so much health now. Wait, you might have to present the So Cat at the 3 symbol thing? I did. Oh wait, no, I skipped past it. Yeah, this thing. This is where I presented the So Cat. Because how could he have seen the 3 symbol? Oh, you delete it. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's go over this, right? He was waiting for Regina. And then, while he was waiting for Regina, at around 10:10, so after waiting for 5 minutes, at 10:10, he sees Max. He says good morning to Max. And then, Max doesn't say good morning back, so he's real mad about that. No, not good morning. Good evening. He says good evening to Max. Max doesn't say it back. He's mad about that. And then yeah, then he just continues to say like, "Oh, I'm so sure that it was Max. I could never mistake him because of his 3 pieces of clothing." You searched it up? Would you mind giving me a hint then, please? If you want me to say, let me know. Just a hint, please. That's all I want. I have been stuck on this for quite a long time. Do you want the line to present it on, or the evidence to present, or something else that I will try to think of? The evidence, please. Tell me the evidence I need to present, please. Because then if I know the evidence, then I might be able to figure out the line. Broken bottle? Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I'll give you that I was waiting for that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Max when I go to There's no way I could mistake some mangoes. Oh, is it because he was hit over the head with the broken bottle? So he can, like, he could have mistaken? I don't know. I'm grasping here, but I'm gonna try it. Yep, that's not correct either. Well then, let's present it here, cause like, I don't know, he didn't say good evening back because of the fight that had happened. Okay, that's it. I'm confused, but okay, sure. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? Thank you again, games. I was very confused. I still am confused, but at least we made it past that point now. A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's just an argument, disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before I handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. Sometimes the game doesn't give you a good enough hint on what you have to do, even if you know what to do. Yeah, exactly. This game certainly doesn't hold your hands in certain parts. But it's okay. It makes the game more challenging. Hooray! The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There was absolutely no way they could have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Gah! Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, That's enough from you, Mr. Keast. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? He didn't see anyone. He saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there was only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it. What in the world? Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening, then? I don't freaking know. Not Max, obviously. Okay, well, we can pretty much eliminate Maya, Max, Ben, Gumshoe, Von Coma, and Mo. Which, oh no. I don't think, we can eliminate Regina, and I'm pretty sure we can eliminate Mo, which literally just leaves Wussel. So I'm pretty sure it's Wussel. Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for that input. We're gonna ignore that. No, Your Honor. It is not Regina. If it was Regina, Twyla would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh. Yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Twyla. Isn't that correct? Gulp. Answer the question, Mr. Keast. Ah! Ah! Order! Order! How do you respond to this? Wait a second! Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But, once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Keith obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow! Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Yes, games. Preach that, queen. I'm sorry. I regret saying that. However, how do we already know it was Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Yes, see, finally. Now Phoenix says what I've been thinking this entire time. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Coma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Unsubscribing and reporting. You know what? That's a very reasonable reaction, games. I highly suggest that you do that. Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there was no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Really, Von Coma? I'm gonna prove that wrong. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare the next witness. Court is now in recess. Okay, great. To be continued. Saving content. Yes, we will save both save files. Alright. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. I'm so used to saying 2 that I was about to say 2. Sweetie! Hello? Okay. You have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's fabulously possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Wow, Max, never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. I don't think it would be a very good look if he was the president of the United States and also a PDF file. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Comma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Oh, why is Mo so sad? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. In West Clownophilia! Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical? Oh my god. Sorry, my English isn't Englishing today. Gibberish. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? Autobiographical. Yes, I can say it now. But, before, I couldn't say it. Wait, no. I think I messed it up there, too. Autobiographical. Yes, okay. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I said it right before or not. You're in a Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to say your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay. I might have messed up on the spelling there, not gonna lie. No, you didn't mess up on the spelling. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign over there says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, I'm not laughing like that. Please. Wow, dead silence. Poor Mo. Okay. How about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. How was that one? But a couple of clowns. What? Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify what you saw? Did I just say testify? Testify what you saw that evening. A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walk into the... Without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Hold on, wait. They're not gonna let Mo say his jokes, but they let Ben and Trilo be... Oh, sorry. They let freak number 2 use his puppet and talk through his puppet? Wow. There's obviously some bias here for pedophiles to have the, I guess, upper hand. I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? To have more leniency in court. What you witnessed. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I've decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing? Okay. He just kind of told his whole life backstory for his testimony. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, we shall begin once again with the testimony. Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. What you witnessed. The night of the murder, after the practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I would go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Okay, but like, I can cross-examine, so... Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stay away from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Okay, so she's just gonna whip us more. Good. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay, what you witnessed. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See? That's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now 8 o'clock. That's something a clown can whiff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Alright, 8 o'clock then. Let's humor Mo. You know, you want to hear the joke. A man goes to his doctor and the doctor asks, "How's number 1? The man says, "Every day at 6. The man says, "Every day at 7. That's when the witness. Those are exactly the type of jokes you should say for that detective. Ow! You knew that would happen. Don't look at me like that. Mr. Wright, you're hereby penalized. This is not— Wait! That actually cost me her life? I just did that as a joke. Oh no. Oh jeez. Okay, this really isn't good at all. Huh. Well, I guess that's the price to pay for me trying to be nice to Mo. 6, 7. Oh my god, Bonnie. Oh my god. We can't escape it, can we? Stupid Big Top feature number 742. Yup. Can't have anything good in Big Top. Mr. White, You're hereby penalized. This will not become a kangaroo court. This isn't funny at all. In more ways than that. Wait, why did I say that? More ways than one. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say, happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. What? Do not tell me that's gonna cost me my life. Are you serious? I pressed, and it cost me my life. I'm just trying to press to get more information, and I lost my life? What? Holy crap. Big top. Oh my god. I just lost. I lost because I pressed. I have to be picky on what I pressed. Yep. Okay. Good. So, because of Big Top, I can't press on everything like I normally like to do. Instead, I have to pick and choose when I press. And now I lost. Now I have to reset. Okay. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any need for any more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Billy Bob Johns, guilty. Yay. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a date from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wow. Okay. Now I wish I saved. Alright, continue. Oh, I have to start over from the very beginning of the... Yep, okay. Well, guess we're skipping through a bunch of dialogue right now. I'm not about to read through all this again. So, how long do you think this is gonna take? 3 minutes? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Let's place our bets, everybody. How long will it take for me to reach the point that I was just at before? I'm gonna say 4 minutes. That seems about right to me. Oh, we get to watch Mo be sad again. About 15 years? Okay, okay. That's a pretty good bet. The music just cutting short. It's just a happy clown music, and then it gets cut short because of Francisca's whip. Am I at least back at full health? I guess we'll have to see when I make it to a point where I can see my health bar again. Alright, witness testimony. Okay. Wow, that actually didn't take that long. I thought it was gonna take longer. Okay. Still gotta get past this dialogue. Alright. Time to cross-examine again. Okay, what you witness. And I have to be careful on what I press. Because... Oh, no, I'm not back at full health. Alright. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep. But before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw the two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Okay, I'm gonna press here. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. Hold on, games. Are there any more cases in the future of Ace Attorney where if I press in the wrong places, I'll lose health? Or is it just in Big Top? Because if it's just in Big Top, then that just makes Big Top 10 times worse. I think so? Oh, okay. Unfortunately, yeah. Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and it looked about yay big, I'd say they're about 30 feet from my window. Big Top is just one of the ones that introduces it. Yeah, so it just already leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. It's the ringmaster and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were by your own admission far away? That's right. I'd been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Coma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now, say it with Uncle Mo. Silence. Poor Mo. Everybody said it when freak number 2 said it, but the moment Mo asked everybody to say it together, there was dead silence. I feel so bad for the poor guy. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I really must be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw? I saw the health thing up here for a second, and I thought that maybe because he said, for everybody to say it together, that I was gonna lose life. And I was about to be really mad. Kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. It really doesn't feel like a completely random, non-sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? See, there's so many words in Ace Attorney that I've never seen before, and so I don't know how to pronounce them. Like, sequitur. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce that. I've never seen that word in my life, so I have no clue what it means. But, oh well, whatever. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea! A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. No, hell no, I'm saving. If I get this wrong, it's taking away all 3 of my lives. Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear bias or basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. Yep. Totally. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time. What did you just say? Mr. White! I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words to the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. How to win as a lawyer. Bluff everything. Exactly. Bluffing, and more bluffing. As long as you keep on bluffing, you will always win. Once you find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right. Mr. White, before I resume testimony, you know that you must be what? Okay. So, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, got it. And I can't press escape to reload my save. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Blah, 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 blah. Guilty. Oh, no. Little did you know, I'm actually purposely trying to get Max found guilty. Oh, sorry. Freak number 1. He does not deserve to be called Max. Okay. Do you have any clue? Of course I don't. Well, see, right now, I don't have a clear basis to be thinking that this is just another one of your pointless efforts to badger my witness. Thus, you have just... Wait! So either way, it's a penalty? Now wait a second, Miss Von Coma. Okay, no, it's not a penalty, thank God. The Apollo Justice trilogy is so good because it lets you continue on the same part that you just die at and it refills your health. Oh, well that's nice. I wish I could do that in this game. But alas, it does not. So I'll just have to get through Justice for All and then Trials and Tribulations, and then I'll make it to Apollo Justice. Hooray! This time, I did not feel the need to treat Mr. Wright so harshly. That's right, what he said. Bailed out by the judge. What an honor indeed. There's probably a mod for this game that does that. Yeah, probably. I don't feel like downloading any mods for the game. I'm too lazy for that kind of stuff. Like, unless I've modded games if it's like easy to do, like through Ghost Forge and Minecraft and the Steam Workshop. But I know Ace Attorney doesn't have any Steam Workshop stuff, so at least I'm pretty sure. I think I've checked once and I didn't say anything. If we must penalize Mr. White for his display, I think a verbal censure would be best. Huh? You know the rules, Mr. White. There's no room for baseless hounding in this courtroom. Oh, so I still got a penalty, just not one that would kill me. Okay. Well, that's nice. I guess he didn't really bail me out after all. You know, most testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different. Yeah, I noticed. You just got to pinpoint what's changed. You can do it, Nick. Oh, I don't remember what he said yesterday. Wait, hold on, did I just... So if I just pressed here all together, then I lose a point, I lose a health point? I don't remember if I had said something after the pressing, and then after I said that, it made me lead to losing health, or if I just, because I pressed here, I lost health. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bother pressing there again. I know I didn't press here, but I'm honestly too worried that I'm gonna lose health if I do. You know what, I'll save and then press there, just because I want to see what he says. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls! Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I don't know if I should press him further on this issue. Let's keep pressing, why not? Exactly why did you look out your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out the windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Yes, okay, it is a good thing that I pressed there then. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Oh. That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me look outside. Okay, can I press? I'm gonna save and then press here. I'm so nervous about pressing. Because of how low health, how much health I have. I'm very low on health. What does it sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Don't! How'd you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like... I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? 13 days. 13 days until what? Until school starts for you? School starts for me in, 9 days, I think. And honestly, I wanted to finish Ace Attorney before... Oh no, 13 days until Silk Song. Yeah, I just remembered now. I wanted to finish Justice for All before school starts, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Unfortunately. Because I'm gonna be busy a lot next week, and I can't ever stream on weekends. So yeah, I probably... If anything, I'll be able to finish this case before school starts for me. But then after that, really, once school starts, I'm not going to be able to stream until the next break, which will probably be like Thanksgiving break. So, I gotta grind. Unbusy yourself. Oh, you're right, Games. I'll just cancel all my appointments. I won't do anything for my cat's birthday. I just realized how ridiculous it sounds for me to reserve a whole day for my cat's birthday, but it's very important to me. And also, I'll cancel all of my plans with my friends just to stream Ace Attorney. Yes! Great idea, Games. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away though, and okay, yeah, I read through all this already. Man, I'm tired. Alright, let's look over the evidence. Ace Attorney over almost anything else? Exactly. Ace Attorney is my new life now. Nothing else is important anymore. Friends, family, none of that is important. The only thing important is Ace Attorney. Okay, I also pressed here, but I did his joke. So I'm gonna press and see what happens if I don't do his joke. And also save. Okay. So we already went through this. Let's not make it 8 p.m. Alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Come on, Nick. Just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I didn't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with this factual testimony? You are so boring. Okay, there is no need for me to press there then. Okay, well, I have pressed on everything, despite getting a penalty for pressing here, and possibly for pressing here, I don't remember. So now the only thing left is present something. Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Let's look at the autopsy report. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Okay, so that checks out. It was the ringmaster. He was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. That's when I saw 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away though. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's when it made me take a look outside. You have no idea how tired I was that day. I was pooped. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. I'm gonna drink some water. Yes. Yes, okay. Yep. Makes sense to me. I'm stuck again. Alright. I've done this before and it's helped sometimes, so let's do it again. where I go through the evidence and eliminate everything that doesn't make sense. Like, the attorney's badge doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. The crime photo might make sense. It might. This might be it. I don't think so, but maybe. It's probably not the hat. It's definitely not the paper. And I don't think it's the poster either. I don't think it's the broken bottle. It might be the map. Maybe? I don't think so. I don't think that has anything to do with this. It's not money. It's not the ring. Maybe it's the autopsy report? It's possible. I don't think so, but possibly. It's not the wooden box, and it's not the pepper. I'm sure those will come up later, though. I don't remember what the evidence is, but I remember what you presented on. If you want to know, let me know. Yeah, please. If I can... Just like how before I was able to figure out where to present it using the evidence, I can probably figure out what to present if I know where I need to present it. It's not, definitely not Maya. Probably not Max. It might be Max. Okay, so far, right, we have as possible options the crime photo. Remember when you pressed him about looking out the window and he had to edit his testimony? You probably have to present it on the edited testimony. Yes, probably. That does seem right. Oh, wait. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so right here. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me look outside. Well. What noise could he have heard? Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on, no. I was gonna say, I mean, okay, I'm still gonna try this just because. I was gonna say maybe it's money. Because, like, maybe it's just the noise that he heard was the sound of money stealing, Nah, actually, the more I describe this, the more it doesn't make sense to me. I was gonna say he could have heard money stealing the ring from freak number 2. But I really don't think that that would really matter here. But then, what else could it be? Maybe it is the map. Maybe, like, because he was too far away, and you can see that on the map, and, like, so he couldn't have possibly heard a sound. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, okay. That is not it. What is on the second page of evidence? I don't remember exactly. I'll check in a bit. I know that the pepper is one of them, and the box is one of them. I don't remember what the third one was. Oh, the autopsy report. Maybe I could try money. It's really the only thing I can think of right now. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Guilty. I don't mind freak number 1 being found guilty. I do not mind at all. Okay. So it's not money. And it's not the map. Let's try the autopsy report, because why not? Yep, okay. I can just reload. I don't need to wait for the whole guilty thing to show up again. It can't be the crime photo, right? No, I don't think so. Maybe I can just present freak number 2 himself and say like that's what the loud noise was. Okay. Did I press here? I don't remember if I... You know, I'm gonna press here, just in case I didn't. What does it sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... Guess you could say... Okay, yeah, I did press here already. If you need help ever, let me know. Okay, thank you, games. I'm gonna try the wooden box. I'm at a complete loss here. But I mean, see, the thing is, like, I already took your hint for where I need to present. So, like, I feel like I don't really want to take another hint. Because then at that point, I know what the answer is. And I gotta figure out some things on my own. I wonder if I can present him and have it be right. Nope. Actually, I'm not sure if you actually present anything here or not. Oh. Oh. Okay. Also, I don't know why red actually is essentially. I swear to God, sometimes it feels like I'm dyslexic. Not like severe dyslexia, just like, I don't know, I probably don't have dyslexia, just sometimes it feels like I have mild dyslexia. Well, I'm gonna stop presenting there because, like, everything I presented seems like it would be it. I don't know if anything else I could present there would be good. The ringmaster and Max was wearing his cloak. I wonder if I can present his hat and be like, hey, was he wearing his hat too? Yep. kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. This is an extreme reach, White, but I'm gonna say that because he says over the head here, he's literally talking about on top of his head, but the autopsy report clearly says the back of the head. So this is totally the contradiction. Yep. Of course not. So then what is it? Why is that? I feel like this case is more difficult than any other case I've done yet. This one is honestly kind of difficult. Yeah. I'm glad it's not just me. What? I'm genuinely so confused. The correct answer is also, while it makes sense, kind of stupid, not gonna lie. Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to get it then. Games, I might need your help. Gotta be honest here. I can't think of anything. The evidence you present is nothing? Oh. Press him on a line? Oh, okay. I could have swore that I pressed him on everything. But, okay. Maybe I need to press him on this again. Because my memory is just like, I swear, I can't remember if I lost a life because I pressed him on that final, I didn't mean to do that. If I pressed him on that final line, or if I like, there was a thing. Oh my god. The words coming out of my mouth are not making sense. I can't remember if I lost health just because I pressed him on this, or if there was something that I picked that made me lose health afterwards. So I'm gonna try pressing him on this again. With the information you've gotten from it now directly contradicts a different line. Oh, really? Oh yeah, because he hears a huge noise, which we're assuming is clonking over the head, and then he says that that's when he sees Max clonk the ringmaster over the head. That makes sense. Thank you, games. That was very helpful. So you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. Who really does enjoy the completely random, non-sequitur? What did you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you saw it. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. Okay, I already went through this dialogue. Objection. Yeah. Shut up, Francisca. I don't care. Oh, wait. Okay, so I do just get a penalty from doing that. From pressing there. So that's not where I need to press. Because no matter what... Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Yeah, I guess I could press, of course I do, but... Like, maybe with the new evidence? Let's give it a shot. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you'll be telling us that all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. Okay. Woo! So I had gotten a penalty before because I had chosen the correct dialogue option, just not at the correct time because I had pressed on that one thing from before. Oh my god. See, this whole thing could have just been avoided if I didn't have to worry about getting a penalty for pressing on the wrong things. If I could just press on everything, then I would have pressed on that first, or like whatever dialogue that was, the third text box of dialogue originally, and then when I press on this the final time, I would have chosen that option and gotten it correct instead of getting a penalty. Big Top sucks! Okay, I'm done ranting, sorry. The witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of this, Mr. White? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max plunked the ringmaster over the head. Mo is to be believed when he says that he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a clonk... okay. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? The C-Team theme? What is that? Is that like a show or something? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick! These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps in my statement. Von Coma! Tampering with witnesses again. So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yup. He was on permanent vacation, as they say. Ha 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 ha! Mr. Curls! Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly! The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify the silhouette you saw. I accept the truth. Oh, I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there's no doubt about it that it was him. Okay, so this still doesn't prove that it was Max. All it does is once again say that it could have been someone else wearing his clothes. Von Coma said before, like, oh, my next witness is definitely gonna prove that it was Max and not someone wearing the clothes. No, it doesn't. This still could just be assumed. We could just assume here that it's another person wearing his clothes. Not that difficult. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because you told him to lie, Francisca. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes? It is a decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. Silhouette. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could have only belonged to Max. Don't you think that you are going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? Oh wait. Uh-oh. I forgot that I can only press on certain details. I hope that it was fine for me to press there. That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. Doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions this time. You can only press on things that are related to the case in some way? Oh, okay. Thank you, games. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Charlo said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. The silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. You're sure that that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I saw. Exactly what I said is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. His face is silhouetted, but there's no doubt about it, it was him. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window? There's a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with a decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye. Our records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean that he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. His cloak was flying in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. So, you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding? That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report. With Charlo's testimony, and now Mo's, it really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this. It's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. Okay. So, we have to prove that Mo saw somebody besides from Max. Also, I'm going to drink my water. My throat hurts a lot. It's okay though. It's a bit far away, but that shadow only could have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. Don't knock over your water this time. Don't worry, games. I have the lid on it this time. Since my brother isn't home, he's not here to untwist it. So, you know, like, even if I did knock it over, all I would really do is make a loud noise. Awesome, my daily mess already happened today. I spilt ramen before I started stream. Okay, so, who could he have seen? besides from Max. He could have seen Russellberry, or he could have seen Ben. That's it. Those are the only two options here. There's no way it's Regina. And everything else, everybody else just doesn't make sense. Yep, his cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. I see. Yes, yes. And let's look at the evidence again. The silk hat. Okay. We must have papers. Oh, and also the crime photo. You know, let's look at that real quick. Okay. Hey, it also seems like he's wearing a black cloak. I wonder what that could mean. Okay. Poster, broken bottle, circus map, money, ring, Russell's autopsy, wooden box, and small seasoning bottle of pepper. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face is silhouetted, but there's no doubt about it, it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. Jeez, I'm just not doing good this case at all. I can't think of what I need to present for this either. Unless I need to press again. I don't think so. Maybe I can present the crime photo here and be like, yeah, well, like, the ringleader also had a black coat. Maybe you could have seen that. Oh wait, I should have saved. Uh-oh. Wait. I didn't save. Alright, well, time to skip over a bunch of dialogue. Okay. Great. Alright, come on. Okay, I have to press here again. Do all this once again. Skip past all of the dialogue. Yeah, Von Coma. You should, like, save next time. You're right, games. I totally should. That would probably be a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I should have saved. How silly of me. Alright. Come on, do your testimony again. Mo, please. Okay, there we go. Back to this. I hope I don't need to press on everything again to present evidence. Maybe I should, just in case. Alright, I'm just gonna press and then... Oh, nah, okay. I won't then. Alright, we're back here. And, I'm gonna save. So I don't have to do that again. I did not mean to press. I meant to press tab so I could open up the quote record. Alright. His face is silhouetted. Interesting. Quite interesting. I don't think there's a contradiction there. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black coat, they were all there. Maybe I can present the silk hat. Let's try it. Yep, okay. I didn't think so. Okay. Anything else here that I can present? Can I maybe present Russell Barry himself? No. Okay. I have to find a specific contradiction. His face was silhouetted, but there's no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. But was he carrying a puppet? Maybe it was freak number 2. Maybe that's who he saw. Except, why would he be wearing the silk hat and the white roses? And he was also chasing after money. So yeah, it's not bad. Let's look at the map again. Mo, floor 1, Aquo, floor 3. Oh! I guess Aquo's a paralyzed person? Because I remember before you were telling me that, you're saying why would a paralyzed person live on the 3rd floor? And the 3rd floor is here is Aquo. So that means that Aquo's paralyzed. Aquo is in a wheelchair and he lives in the 3rd floor. Okay, yep, so that's a pretty good question, games. Why is a man in a wheelchair living on the 3rd floor? But that's not important right now. It'll come up later, I'm sure. Well, okay, maybe not the fact that he's in a wheelchair but living on the 3rd floor, but Aquo himself will come up later. Because it's turnabout Big Top. You know what? You're right. Nothing makes sense in this case. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. Why do I feel like this is the part where I need to present? I don't know, maybe I'm just going insane. Also, can you still hear me fine? I was like leaned over before, talking into my mic, but now I'm leaned back more. So I'm not as close to my mic now. Okay, good. You can hear fine? Good. See, I love this new mic, because it picks up sound so much better than my old one. My old one I had, like, right next to my mouth all the time. Maybe I can present the word box. I don't know why I would, but... No. Okay. I'm gonna try presenting freak number 2. Oh wait, no, I think I already did that. Honestly, I can't remember what I presented and what I haven't presented. Wait a minute. Silk? You know what else has Silk in the name? Silk Song. Oh my god. Ace Attorney was predicting Silk Song in 2 weeks. No way. That's right, games. Ace Attorney has been a Silk Song reference this whole time. Wait, oh, we both did that at the same time. I think we share the same brain cells, games. I thought you were saying wait, Silk Hat in response to me saying that. That's crazy, us both realizing that at the same exact time. Games, I might need your help again. Just, tell me what, if you know. If you don't know, it's fine. But if you do know, then please tell me what evidence I need to present. Remember the 3 symbols? Silk hat, cloak, and white roses. Yes. Silk hat, cloak, and white roses. So what you're saying is I need to present the silk hat? That is secretly Silk Song in disguise? Doesn't something seem off when he talks about them? His silk hat, yeah, because he doesn't mention the white roses. So, I present Max? No. I present the promo poster? Okay, I present the promo poster. Okay. Thank you, games. I guess that makes sense, because he doesn't mention the white roses, and then on the promo poster, the Phoenix can be like, oh, well, the white roses are actually right there. See, I'm glad to have you here, games, for your help. Also for your company. Your legal company. I'm sorry. My jokes are horrible. My jokes are just as bad as Mo's jokes. Nobody ever laughs at them. Except who would have been able to see the roses in the dark? I don't know. It doesn't make sense, not gonna lie. No, it doesn't. This whole case is horrible. Horrible case. 1-star review. Never playing again. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. Silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if you knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Poor Mo. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.14. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. Exactly what you were saying, Games. It's a lot of pi numbers. He knows. Yeah, how does he know that many pi numbers? He just memorized it? I literally only know 3.14. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Okay, sure, Phoenix, whatever you say. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. All I know is... Oh my god, that's... You know a lot. 3.1415292653, and then maybe after that is 589. How do you... Why do you have that memorized? I'm not gonna ask how do you have that memorized. I could probably memorize that if I wanted to, but why? Why would you have that many digits of pi memorized? If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? The 8 isn't there, but I was close. Oh, the 8 and 589. So wait, is it just 59 then? Or is it like 5, another number, and then 9? Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. Wait, actually, never mind. The 8 is there? Google lied? Oh. Did you look at Gemini Games? You should know that you can't trust Gemini on certain things. Like the digits of pi. I'm sure Gemini has no clue what it's talking about in terms of that. Yes, okay, yep. Every time I Google something, I always scroll right past Gemini. Because half the time it is not giving you reliable information. I do not trust a single word Gemini says until I've read it from like an actual more reliable source. Wait, never mind, there was the Google calculator? Oh. Okay. Well, sometimes Google doesn't know what it's talking about, I guess. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. That's correct, Phoenix. Good job. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless. But this... Judge? Forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature? I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. Dang. Dang what? What happened? What did I miss? What? If there are no contradictions in this next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, This is your last chance. The Silhouette, Part 2. Mo did not have to do Mo that dirty. Yeah, poor Mo. Jeez, my memory is so bad. It didn't even occur to me that you were saying dang because the judge said that Mo wasn't mature. Mo is the only actual decent person in this case, and everybody hates on him. I feel so bad for him. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses on that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you're going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Krill's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I'm saving. I don't want to risk it. Don't forget to save Don't Worry Games. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Alright, the Silhouette, Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind there were no roses that night. If I press, am I gonna get a penalty? Because the judge said no badgering the witness. So I'm kind of scared to press on something. Unless you tell me otherwise, games, I'm only gonna press on like the dialogue that seems most important to me here. No clue? Oh, okay. But pressing isn't necessary. You are right. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Except no, because it fell off of him, right? That's it, right? Okay. Wow, I didn't get stuck that time. I actually got it first try. Hooray! This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Easiest part of this entire case? Yep. Exactly. How would one mistake a thing like that? Only reasonable part, exactly. Everything else is like, it's kind of a reach, I feel like. I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. White? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was this silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No! That's not true! Order! 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 Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey! That's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. You know what else isn't right here? The fact that we're just letting pedophiles run loose and not do a single thing about it. Everybody here is one besides from Mo. And he's the only one getting hate. I know I keep bringing this up, but like, it's just not right. Even the judge is a pedophile. Like, are we serious? What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You know what else isn't right here? That's a good one, Games. That's a really good one. Ha 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 ha. See? I would laugh at your jokes, Games, just like I would laugh at Mo's. Unless are you actually asking that? Because in which case, I don't know what actually isn't right here. You don't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you, so... Wah! Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? Everything except Phoenix Wright? No, because, no, even Phoenix said that he would marry Regina. Phoenix isn't safe either. Mo is the only one safe here. They're all PDF files. Literally, besides from Mo. It's just so wrong, games. I'm so glad that this is a filler case. I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bright little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? Something I've been mulling over for a while now. This is the only filler case that I would consider filler, not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people say that Steel Samurai is a filler case, but it technically isn't, because filler means that it's not canon. But in future cases, Phoenix has the Steel Samurai ringtone as his ringtone, which happens in Steel Samurai, which means that the events of Steel Samurai actually happened. But I don't know about any of the other filler cases, since I haven't played them yet. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Go. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Yeah, that's so rude of the judge. Little guy. That reminds me of my history teacher last year would always call this one kid in my class Little Bud. It was so funny. Every time he talked to him, he'd go, "Alright, little bud, what do you have to say? What's the answer to this question?" Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to help on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter this story as to how the criminal left the scene? Okay, this is easy too. It's the crime photo. I don't even need to save. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Aye, 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 aye. Or did the JoJo Part 2 Pillarman Awakening noise? So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine. I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Ooh, okay, okay. Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Look at her smug look. Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you saw, Mr. Curls. He's gonna say that he saw the person flying away after he killed, whatever his name is. Oh shoot, I did not mean to do that. Try not to waste your time with your idiotic rival. Russell. He's gonna say that he saw Max fly away after he killed Russell. The truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw. He flew away. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. See, but like, maybe he just had a rope attached to him and, you know, he was like pulled up from the rope, so it looked like he was flying, but really, he wasn't. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Silence. Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. Okay, but hold on. Spirit mediums can be real in this world, but flying can't? What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. White? He's telling the truth. He definitely is. What he just said was so strange. I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he was telling the truth? That's what I think. Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic. Oh wait, was that not the correct answer? Uh-oh. Yikes, you're right! Ow! Only a foolishly looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dreams. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Coma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. Go. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Alright, which also means... Oh, wait, okay. We're still going. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey, sweeties. What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow. You just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule! The cardinal rule! The only rule! I'm sorry, Max. Who made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks? Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Creed? Like Assassin's Creed? like Assassin's Creed 2, like the game that you were just playing before, and might possibly still be playing right now. Alright, yes. Save the progress up to this point, and I'm gonna end stream here. At this rate, if I keep getting stuck like this, there is no way I'm gonna be able to finish Justice for All before school starts, which is sad, but unfortunately, that's looking like how it might be. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream, and I hope everybody has a good rest of their day. Wait, hold on. I just want to make sure I did save. I don't remember if I saved or not. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. See, my memory's horrible. Alright, goodbye.